Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Red Bull for round number 8 at the German GP. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one uploaded 3 days ago. But in this one, hopefully Wehrlein will be back, because in the previous episode, spoiler alert, Wehrlein got injured, so we had to bring in Gasly, and it didn't exactly go to plan, because we ran out of fuel at the end, so that was a bit of an annoyance, but it was kind of... Yeah, I mean, it really didn't matter in the end in terms of Gasly's position, but for Verstappen, we had an okay recovery, I guess, in terms of what could have been done, really. But our car definitely seemed to lack some pace around Silverstone, so I'm going to... Or not Silverstone, Guildford, rather. So... We're going to see how it goes now for Germany. Obviously, points-wise, we're still looking pretty good. You know, 35 points ahead of Ferrari. But that gap can definitely come down if we have another race like we did last episode, pretty much. So we need to watch out for that. And hopefully the pace will come back to us a little bit at Germany. Wehrlein, apparently, it says he's still injured. But he should only have, like, 2 weeks to go for these eye problems, so let's hope that he gets solved pretty damn quickly. But we're going to go through the emails then and just interview the Rossi's agent, Mitterrand reporters. Ooh, this is about the Ferrari driver, Rossi. I'm going to say... Well, he's an interesting driver. May look into it one day. No harm, no foul of saying that. It's not going to affect our 2 current drivers at the moment. Pit crew is all good. Gonna just ignore the scouting and move on then through this car repair. I'll be done with designing suspension, and we've got some new sponsors to look at. So slot number 5, we've got Boeing, Apple, and 3M. Now this is more like it. We've got 3 5-star offers here. And two of these are target positions. I believe, didn't we just lose? We just lost our other target position of Alpine Stars. Now there's an upfront deal here. So we've got a fixed pay per race, which is for 16 races for Under Armour, which looks pretty good. So let's have a look here. So over 13 races, if I divide 11 million... by the correct amount of 13 races, that's going to be 846,000 per race, so a little bit more for Nordica. And then Alpine Stars, that's 13,600,000 divided by 18 races. That's going to be 75.5k. So Nordica gives us the most money per race over 13 races with upfront payment of 11 million. So I'm going to take that. It makes sense. Obviously we don't get it, you know, it's not a trickle-in fee, but it makes sense. Over 13 races, that would be the better deal. And that is going to be just a tiny little logo, though. Really not a lot, actually. They just paid 11 million for that. And then over here, we've got Boeing, Apple, and 3M. I don't mind doing a target position for this one because... Obviously, you know, we don't have one to hand, and that's not a hard thing. That position, we should be able to easily get 11th or above in every race, unless we have a catastrophe. So 900, because that's definitely, I can already tell, upfront payment is 6 million over 14 races is not going to be anywhere near 900k. So I'm going to accept that. 3M. And that's a pretty damn big logo, and to be fair, actually, that works quite well, fits quite well with the car. I think it breaks the black, red, and grey very nicely there with that big white logo. So there you go. The new sponsors on the car, Nordica and 3M. I don't even know what 3M do, but you know what, we'll move forward. Then designing new suspension. This one... I can't even remember what this suspension was. And now we've got, what's this? We've got a problem with the electronic unit. Yeah, we need to fix that. We've got 500,000 to spend. Otherwise, we'll lose -1 the fuel efficiency. But we go on through, design the suspension, and check it out. I don't even know how good this suspension was meant to be. In theory, no, it's the best suspension we have so far. That's very good. It's just we need to get the reliability up. So let's remove everything. Add that on. Remove this suspension bar. Add that on, because this is going to be better with the added bonus in the race of +40. And we're going to move this over to, like, only 1 day after the race. Yeah, that'll be fine. 23.12. That'll be all good. So, we should probably design another new part, but at the same time, I also want to look to maybe saving some money as well for the next season. But, we'll design a new part right now. Suspension again. We're now first in suspension. I think we're first in everything now. Yeah, I think our car is the best overall across the board. So right now, I don't know, do we really need to build another part? I don't think we need to. I think we can just kind of chill out for a little bit and see how things go, really, and try and save some money, actually, just to play around with. Maybe even look into an HQ upgrade, perhaps. Maybe this is when I buy a new design center now. 50 million, which I just will be able to afford very soon. So maybe, yeah, maybe I should save for a new design center then. and finally get that going, because that'll be level 4 out of 4. Obviously, we've got the factory coming pretty damn soon, actually. That's going to be only 7 weeks to go for that factory to be built, so that's been quite exciting. But yeah, no, why don't we just wait a little bit, save some money, and we might be able to afford a new design centre. But we got a update, team championship, all good. Choosing a vote, 1 million to choose a vote. Let me view the votes. To be honest, I don't think there's much I want to really vote on, to be honest, you know. Maybe just the recovery system. I still don't get this. Where is it? Hybrid power mode. Yeah, that's it. Give the ability to spend the ERS charge in hybrid mode. That improves efficiency. As an additional 1 million. I think I want to go for that. Allows ERS, gives teams a harvest. See, I don't get what we've got at the moment. What kind of ERS system do we have at the moment? Advanced ERS. Teams get a choice of 3 types. Right. And then we have that makes this makes I don't know what this means. Like this is like ERS again, but just not you don't get to choose 3 types. But hybrid mode, that would be interesting to have back, because I did enjoy that. But at the same time, do we really need it? We got a lot of factors already in the race. We've solved the refueling thing, because we voted on that last time out for the slightly larger tanks to kind of open up the tyre wear strategies. At the moment, how many tyre choices do we have? Because we could go for that, because we have 15 dry tyre choices. How about we vote on doing only 12 or 9? I don't know. Greater emphasis on tyre wear rates. If we only had 9, that would be a real... I'm trying to think now. Jesus. So you'd have... Right now, there's no qualifiers. You don't have to worry about that. But you'd have to have at least 1 tyre each in practice to try something on, and then you'd pick basically probably 1 or 2 tyre compounds to use in the race. So just about 9 tyre compounds could be very viable right now, as it is, with no qualifying and random grid orders. So I don't know. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go 1 million, add that on. So we might have to wait a little bit longer now to save up for that design centre. But yeah, let's try that. 9 tyre choices, slap that in, just another variable really. That we'll vote on that just before we go to the German GP. So let's see how that goes. New vote started. Right. There's 2 against, 3 for. Fair enough. I've got 1 voting power, so I'm just going to go 4, and then we'll see. So at the moment, we're at an advantage of 2. Let's see how this goes. And I have a feeling, though, this might get rejected, to be honest. But let's go. Skip to the end. It's 3-2. Oh, no, it's looking pretty good, actually. Oh, no, it's swung back. It's swung back in the late. At the end there, the last few votes really landslide there, and it's been rejected. I thought we would have got it there, because it was 5-2. And then the people, Renault guy abstaining there. 8 though, rejected. So that's unfortunate. So we just lost 1 million, but that happens. Those things happen sometimes when you do the choose vote. We've got Wehrlein with 1 hour left with his injury. So surely surely he's going to be fine by the time we get to the race. So I won't leave him at home. He should be fine. Less than an hour, it says. So by the time we get to practice and the race, he should be fine. It's going to be heavy rain and rain in the race. So this is going to be a very weird Grand Prix of maybe a lot of wet tyre usage. I don't know how useful any of this is going to be, but in that case, I may as well take a lot of super soft tyres, a lot of softs, and just leave the mediums at home, as it were. I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'll go for 7-6-2. Really skew that to the fast. Compounds. Right, in terms of the parts then, on Wehrlein's return, I'm going to give him the slightly better engine. Verstappen will take that one. Verstappen will take better brakes, better front wing. Wehrlein can take the better gearbox, which is this one over here. And I'm going to go for that one over there, because we're not going to use this, because that's got a huge red zone, and these two are worse. That's got a risky part. Rear wing, I'll give to Verstappen. And then Wehrlein can get this new suspension part. Verstappen can have that. Okay, I think that's pretty... It looks like a pretty even spread on that wheel. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go forward then into what could be a lot of rain at Germany. A lot. All right, taking practice right now. It's not going to be raining for this first half. So I'm going to send them out on just a quick setup run, basically. I don't know whether to do super softs or soft tire knowledge, because if it's raining a decent amount in the race, we might not really even use the softs. It might just be all super softs. So actually, I'm going to switch to the super softs, and we're just going to commit maybe early to the aggression. We'll go for 4 laps, or quickly check the setups, or do I get knowledge? Do I get knowledge? Because it's going to be raining for the entire second half practice. I get some inter knowledge as well. Probably, I don't know. I'll keep them out there, I think. Yeah, I'll keep them out there. We'll get to level 2 maybe, and then I'll bring them in for the setup just to check that, because I just basically can't tell what kind of knowledge we need for the race, basically. But at the moment, you can see Wehrlein is still apparently injured. I'm hoping that symbol goes away by the race, because it said less than an hour, but I don't know. I don't know if, like, the game, in the mechanics, you know, because it said less than an hour, because I put him in the car, now that's not going to be the case, and he will, like, stay injured, basically, and maybe I've made his injury a little bit worse now for the next, like, week or so. I'm not too sure how that's going to work out, but for now, he still has that symbol of being injured, but he's still doing an okay job there. I mean, he's a little bit off the pace compared to Verstappen, but he's still doing a pretty good job, so, I mean, not complaining too much. Right, we'll keep them out for a little bit longer. I think they've got one more lap anyway in their stint, and then I'll bring them both in. Yeah, so it works out. They've got one more lap anyway, and then they can come in naturally, and they've got level 2, so that all worked out fine. So where's Verstappen now? Comes in, and let's check. Setup-wise, 1 great and 2 good. So don't know where to go with you, mate, now. 90%. So, I don't know, what's Wehrlein saying? What's he saying? Oh, Wehrlein, on his return, he is loving that setup. Okay, go straight back out then, mate. You're loving that. 99%. Okay, don't know where to go then with Verstappen, because Wehrlein loved this setup. So, I don't know, towards top-end speed maybe? Maybe a little bit less downforce. I'm not too sure. Handling-wise, I would say let's go towards oversteer, just because there's more of the bar to go. But at the same time, my instincts kind of tell me to go this way, towards understeer. So, let's try that out. Top-end speed. On this steer. Downforce will keep the same thing. Stint will go for super softs. And let's just check how this goes then. Right, going to get level 3 pretty damn soon. So, going to bring both of them in now. I'm going to the intermediates. But level 3 on race trim and level 3 on the super soft. So, we're pretty good on that way. But now send them out. We'll go for 8 laps. Inters and go. It's going to be inters the entire time, right? Yeah, inters the entire time now for us to practice. So, this will make the race. This is going to make the race interesting. I kind of hope the race is sort of half and half as well. I think if it's raining the entire race, that's going to not really help us that much. But if it's half and half, then we could do something in terms of, you know, being good on the pit stops in our strategy, basically. But setup-wise, we went backwards then. We went forwards and backwards. So my instinct was wrong. Had to go that way. So going to say that is going to be where we need to be. That's excellent. So let's go back to where we were there. And then downforce, I didn't even change. So I don't know. Maybe worth going a little bit higher on the downforce. See how that works out. We'll go 8 laps and inters, send out. Saying that, though, Verstappen not being good on the setup, he is doing better than Wehrlein at the moment in terms of pace. Whether that's just the injury or not remains to be seen, but he's doing an okay job there. All right, end of practice, we'll get level 2 wrapped up on inters. Unfortunately, not level 3, so if the rain is going to be going through the entire race, we won't have the max level, but I doubt anyone else will be. The good thing is we have that level 3, though, in Supersoft, so that gives us the options there, but the car's looking quick. At least for now, obviously, it looked quick at Guildford as well in practice until we got to the race a little bit later on. So let's just watch out for that. But let's get into the race then and see how the random grid selection is going to come through. Hopefully, a good pick for us. Hopefully, a good return for Wehrlein. Needed, I think. A good grid slot for Wehrlein, hopefully. Because the last time he was actually racing with us, he obviously didn't get such a good one compared to Verstappen. So let's see how this goes then. It's going to be not raining for now, so it's all calm for now. But let's see. We are... Ooh, pole for Verstappen. But Wehrlein again gets screwed over. P17. Verstappen on pole, though. Conditions... Interesting. So it's not even going to be raining that much. It's going to be inters for maybe a third of the race, but that's right in the middle of the race. So that's quite frustrating. So the tyres have to go to lap, I would say, maybe 17-ish. Do the tanks even go that long? The tanks go 23 laps, okay, and these go 27. Okay, I think we should be good to go super softs, then into super softs, I think, for the race. Verstappen's setup still not great, 91%. So I'm going to do some tweaking here and try and get this. All right, so these are 2 good. So I think somewhere in the middle is where the excellent's going to be of these 2. So I'm going to say that might be the excellent for the handling. He's great there, so that should be fine. Being put there, and then downforce wise that hasn't really changed anything, so hopefully at least in the race now that will be a good a great, excellent and great, I'm hoping, but I won't know obviously because we can't check the setup mid-race really in terms of percentages, but yeah, we'll start on the super softs like I said for both drivers. And we'll try and get to the inters period, basically. Hopefully, the tyre wear doesn't kick in too badly. In terms of knowledge, we'll be on super softs for longer than the inters, so we'll take in that level 3. So in the end, actually, pretty damn good I chose to do the super soft knowledge. But yeah, Verstappen on pole then. So that's like 2 out of the last 3 races. He's had a very good grid slot then. Obviously, he had, what was it, P3, I think, in the last race that Wehrlein had. Verstappen was in P3, and so he went on for a very easy win there. So let's see how this goes. Wehrlein's going to have to make a mega recovery. He's still slightly injured, apparently. Yeah, see, it says less than 1 hour. I feel like the mechanics of the game don't like basically take in the race weekend as part of that time, unfortunately. So he is only 4 stars, but that's still pretty solid. And to be honest, I don't think Wehrlein could have afforded to miss another race, to be fair, for his championship fight, for his sake. So let's get into this then. From pole and P17 to the German GP. 5 red lights are out. And we're underway. That was a long wait there. I did not think the lights were going to stay on for that long there. So a bit of an awkward call out. But Verstappen has a good getaway. But Bottas in the Renault comes up here out of nowhere to overtake us there. Obviously, Vettel in the Renault had a very good race, I think, last episode or 2 episodes ago. So the Renaults have been improving steadily, but Verstappen gets back up into P1. Wehrlein, unfortunately, is down to P19. Not what we wanted to see. Let's move this forward then. He's up into P15 now. As we go across the line, going to have to use a lot of ERS, I think, in this opening lap here. Try and get past as many cars as we can. They're around the outside. P11, let's stop that now because we're hitting a lot of traffic. P11. P9, good stuff there, Wehrlein. Let's use another hit of ERS now. Down this straight, come on. P9 again, battling side by side with an Audi car. A lot of traffic here. Still P9. Come on, P8, P7. Can we make a P6? Come on, send one down the inside of Toro Rosso. There we go, mate. P6 around the outside. Good work there. But now it comes back at him a little bit. Come on, Wehrlein. Yeah, P6. Verstappen is now 1.6 ahead of Auer, so he's doing good. Let's just go to neutral. And high, he's doing well, I should say. That's bad English from me, but no surprise there. Shocking stuff. Right, Wehrlein is P5 now. We're just overtaken Chilton and Vettel, and we're catching up to Bottas and Hamilton now. And the 2 Mercs, see, what did I say last time? Auer and Hamilton there, P2 and 3. The Mercs have come back strong in this season, you know. Ferrari is 2nd place in the Constructors, but Merc are definitely the ones I think are going to look quite likely to try and overtake Ferrari for 2nd place in the championship at this rate. But Wehrlein right up the chuff of Hamilton here. Even with the injury, looking very good. We need to also watch out for these tyres, though. So let's go high and conserve there. Try and chill out. I'm going to go auto for Verstappen. Let the computer decide what we want to do. Some ERS work. For Wehrlein, I'm not sure how this is going to go, really, because I need to conserve the tyres. But I also want to push on and overtake Hamilton soon enough. So let's use some ERS here, actually. And try and close up in this way. Go with saving again. Right, we are closing up. We gained a 2nd there with the ERS. Gap is 2 seconds. Right, I'm just going to keep it stationary like this. Keep them both conserving their tyres, actually. Just chill out and make sure we can stretch the tyres to the wet periods. Alright, lap number 10, sit rep. Verstappen still in the lead by 5.7 seconds. Doing well to control this gap to Auer. Hamilton still maintaining that gap with Auer in terms of like about 4 seconds there. Wehrlein 2 seconds back. You can see now I've got him on pushing and overtake mode on the engine because, well, I want to catch Hamilton. I want to overtake him here. And also, we do have more fuel than we need until the intermediate period. So I'm going to push Wehrlein a little bit harder than Verstappen and try and close up to Hamilton. We might be a bit of a risk on tyre wear at the end of this stint with Wehrlein pushing like this. But I really want to catch Hamilton. Let's use some ERS as well. Try and close up. All right, getting 1.1 seconds there, looking good. Right, let's go back to conserve. I'll keep on overtake mode because the weather, the range, yeah, the range should come in like 4 laps time. So, well, 6.43, we're kind of good. We need to go back down to high on the engine. Don't want to majorly run out of fuel before we need to come to Inter, so just watch out for that. But we have closed up a little bit. It's now pretty much 1 second there to Hamilton. Keep up the work. No, now down. See, now it's up to 2 seconds. Hamilton's just able to keep us pretty honest there. I think this is maybe just the wall barrier we're going to hit now with Wehrlein because of his injury. I think this is as high as he can get, really, maybe, because now the gap's 3 seconds. Obviously, we're conserving now, and Hamilton's not. Actually, no, he's on backup as well, and he's still pulling out the gap, so fair play. I don't know how he's really managing that. Right, let's go neutral and high and see how this goes then. But for now, it's kind of stalemate, really, between Wehrlein and Hamilton. Right, the rain's coming down now. I'm going to pit in now with Wehrlein because I'm so low on fuel. Like, we only have just about enough fuel to get around for one more lap, so I'm going to come in now and pit early for Inters and try and risk a little bit of an undercut, basically. Fill up for 22 laps because, well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a 22 lap stint, I think, on these Inters tyres. No recharge on the battery, fast pit to stop, come in for Wehrlein, and we're going to be the first ones on it. Well, first ones in the top flight on Inters, and then Verstappen will come in this next lap, fill up. Inters, no recharge, fast pit stop. Right, push in, overtake mode, there we go. Right, Wehrlein has made a pit stop, no mistake on the pit stop. That's good. Going to push on the outlap, go auto there. Right, Verstappen, let's see what you're at. Comes in and pushes in, all good. Right, no mistake on the pit stop, please. Refuel, all good. 24 laps, love it. And we're back out, looking good. Right, where is Wehrlein in relation to Hamilton and Auer? Hamilton and Auer have stayed out on the super soft, those warned. So we really might be able to get a very good undercut with Wehrlein if he has enough pace here. It looks like it. We're catching that Renault, who's on super softs as well. So I think maybe Mercedes have mucked this up a little bit as we gain 1.8 there. Let's see now how this goes. Auer and Hamilton pit. Hamilton's in the pit lane right now. He's out. No, what the? How has that happened? What? Hamilton gains. Hamilton gained 3 seconds. Oh, that's so frustrating. What the hell? Oh, I thought for sure we're gonna close up on them. I guess maybe the one outlap we had when it was kind of still a little bit dry wasn't just lost us too much time. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, that's massively frustrating. Massively. Right. We're gonna go conserve medium. Just hold station then with Verstappen. 6 seconds. He shouldn't be able. I think he should be able to control this now. I mean, we've seen how good Verstappen is when he's in the lead. Let alone chasing people, so I think we should be good. So really, it's just a case of controlling the race now for Verstappen. For him, though, Wehrlein, I don't know what to do with him now. 5 seconds the gap is. I just don't. It's like I said. I think he's hit that wall of like this is where he can be because of his injury now. Syrup on that 32 then. Verstappen still in the lead, but only 2 seconds now to Auer because we've hit a lot of traffic. Like, look at all those cars that we've passed here, that we've lapped basically with Verstappen. So the blue flags have not been kind to us. And now Auer's pushing very hard, I think. He must be. Yeah, he's pushing now. We're just going neutral. And in the wet, the Merc is coming alive a little bit. And we're actually under pressure. We're going to have to actually maybe even go... Well, I can't go pushing anymore because we're already into the overheating phase. Going to have to use some engine power and get away a little bit here. But I don't want to use too much. We need to make sure we get to lap 41 at least for our wet period, for the wet period to end. So I'm kind of on the edge of fuel right now. So I can't really afford to push the fuel either. So we're just about hanging on to this lead now. So it's actually looking a little bit more nervous than first thought. Meanwhile, Wehrlein... He's definitely got issues right now. He's not on form. I don't know if he has a perk of not being good in the wet or something like that. I don't know. But obviously now the gap is 22 seconds to Hamilton's 7 there to Verstappen. So he's massively lost sight of Hamilton. And he's only just about ahead of Da Costa for P4. So I don't really know what's going on with him. And him as well. We're a little bit iffy on the fuel. So I can't push the fuel too much. We just have to try and struggle on, get through. But you can see Da Costa is getting very close. So I wouldn't be surprised if that Ferrari car overtakes us very soon here. Because Wehrlein just doesn't have any form right now. And isn't just going very well. Verstappen, the gap is yo-yoing about now. 2 seconds to 1 to 0.8. It's going to be fine, I think. I think we need to... Honestly, I think we need to get back to the dry period. We're going a lot better in the dry period. This wet period, the Mercs definitely equalised us a little bit for pace. And now you can see the blue flags coming again, getting held up. And Wehrlein is very, very, very much just hanging on for dear life there. He's got a form of 1. So, yeah, he's just not in a good way right now. And Da Costa has a little look around the outside. I think he's going to get us, you know. I think he's going to get us. Alright, Hamilton's pit onto super soft tyres. We've continued on for both drivers because there's still a little bit of dampness on track. We're now going to push in both drivers now. So, and the gap is so far apart, double stack won't come into effect there. So let's go on to super softs. Fuel, we've got 19 laps remaining, so let's fill up for 20. Yeah, that's fine. Recharge, no. Fast pit stop. I'm going to use a decent amount of ERS here as we come in with Verstappen. Yes, we'll pit as well with you, Wehrlein, don't worry. Right, save that now. Go auto. Right, Wehrlein, use some of that ERS, mate. Pit in, supers, fuel option, fill up. Park conditions fine. All good. Fast. Right, go, go, go. Save now. Go auto. Right, both in for supers. Verstappen's in, hopefully. No issue on the pit stop, please. All good. Comes out and still in P1. Yeah, still in P1. Wehrlein makes his pit stop, still out in P4. Yeah, and Da Costa's lost a lot of time there. He's lost a lot of time. He's all the way over there. We've really gained a lot there. Lovely stuff. So now we're no longer under pressure for P4. Verstappen is still kind of in the region of our, so let's just push on a little bit with this fuel. Try and get away from him. And Wehrlein as well. Push as well. I don't know, Wehrlein, I'd say just try and close the gap, but I mean, he's just driving for P4 now, isn't he? Verstappen, meanwhile, I want to try and grow that gap. 1.4, let's try and get that to about 5 seconds, just to feel a bit more comfy, I think. Alright, lap 43, we're not first place anymore. I'm sorry I missed the overtake because it just happened in a flash. Essentially what happened was that Toro Rosso car right there, we went side by side with him under blue flags, and Hamilton just was able to cruise past us. And he's got lightning pace now. He's 2.3 ahead of us. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. The Mercs, again, like later on in the race, they've just come alive. Like the start of the race, they're not too great, but at the end here, they really are. 2.5 now, and I don't really have much of an answer. We can go overtake mode, try and close up on him, and go neutral here, but I don't know. Yeah, we're going to close the gap a little bit, maybe, but no, it's still remaining 2.5 despite going neutral and overtake mode. The car just loses some race pace later on in the race. Just very weird. Like right now, I'm pushing like a stabbed rat pretty much with Verstappen. We could be pushing more, but I don't want to overheat the tyres. But, you know, we're pushing more than Hamilton is. He's conserving neutral, and we're not even closing up this gap. The gap is now 5 seconds. And Hamilton is on backup and neutral. I'm guessing he used ERS, but still... ridiculous pace from the Merc. I don't know what on earth he's had. I don't know if he's had Bottas's porridge or something with like some substances sprinkled in it. I don't even want to know, but yeah. So now it looks like we're trying to secure P2. Very weird, very, very weird. Merc have definitely come very strong, and they're going to be a threat for this the rest of the season now, I think. Because if we're not careful, because the gap is only 35 points to Ferrari in second place in the Constructors. If we're not careful... they could be right up our chuff in the Constructors. And meanwhile, Wehrlein is back under pressure from Da Costa there. His form has not improved that much. And just like in the wet, Da Costa is right there for the taking here. So Wehrlein's going to have to tread carefully and try and bring this home, I think. Hopefully, come on, man. Just bring this home. Don't let Da Costa overtake you. P4 would be a good return, especially with an injury still. But that blue flag's annoying. Come on, how many laps left? 5 laps left, come on. Right, the race is over. Hamilton won that Grand Prix. Verstappen second place. Wehrlein will get into P4. Done a good job there to stay ahead of Da Costa. A lot of traffic right at the end there, but a bit of a weird one. I'm kind of happy about the GP because Wehrlein, I mean, I'm happy he came back to P4 considering where he was on the grid, P17. Verstappen was on pole, has come second. And I don't know, just it's a weird that pace from Hamilton. Last part of that race, lightning pace, and it's got me worried because that just came out of nowhere really, and he wasn't even pushing. I don't know how on earth he did it. Very, very mystifying. So second place trophy then, championship wise, Verstappen now closes in 16 points to Wehrlein, but look at Hamilton now, only 18, 2 off Verstappen. It's game on here. It's game on. Hamilton's coming back into this thing, very much so. And Merc as well. They're now second in the championship. The gap's grown to 50, though. So, we've actually gained points in terms of to second place. But Merc now, second place. They've got full steam ahead. Next race, I think, is kind of a must-win. We need to bounce back. We need to break this momentum now. That Merc have built up now over the last 2 races for sure, I think. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy that episode, then be sure to smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Have a day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.